Hello everyone, my name is Rhonda Parmley and I'll be your instructor for Women's Studies 225 this semester, Women and Social Action. And I believe that you're going to have a great time in this class this semester. This class is a little bit uniquely designed in that we have a service learning project that you'll be completing throughout the semester, and I'll go into more details about what that is in just a few minutes. But first, let me just hold up our textbooks for this semester. Women Across Cultures by Sean Megan Byrne. Hopefully you already have a copy of this, but if you don't, get a hold of a copy as soon as you possibly can. And then another book that I'd like for you to get a hold of is this one, From Outrage to Courage by Anne Firth Murray. And if you can get a copy of that as soon as possible, if you'll let me know if you have any trouble getting a hold of this, send me an email or something and let me know if that's going to be a problem for you. I don't think it's listed as a required text, but it's actually involved. We have some reading assignments attached to that book, and it's a great supplement to the main textbook for the class. Let me just kind of pause here, and I'm going to walk you through our D2L site just for a sec. Okay, so here we are, and this should be familiar to you because you've logged onto the site today. Over here is the table of contents, and especially if you've never taken an online class at Front Range before, be sure to click on this Getting Started link and read through each of these sections. These are all very short, but it'll give you an idea of how to navigate the course and kind of what's expected for online discussion board etiquette, technical help if you're having any trouble with your computer connecting to any of the links in the course or anything, you can go here. And then just some of our online learning policies. These are all general across all online courses for Front Range Community College. And then moving down here to course material, this is specific to this particular class. So within the first 24 hours of the class, I'd like for you to click on the Getting Started links, scan through those, click on this course material, especially the syllabus. And you're going to read through. I would really like for you to read through every word of the syllabus and write down due dates and that sort of thing, and then post any questions that you have to our question site. And then the third unit that should open for you as this class begins is Unit 1, the Introduction. So this is, in each unit you'll see a few words of wisdom here in the unit introduction. There will be a PowerPoint accompanying each unit, and then there will be discussion threads here. Occasionally in a unit I'll have some additional links. So in this first unit, for instance, you're going to look at the UN's Fourth World Conference on Women link, and then a list of the countries that have ratified CEDAW, which you'll learn more about as you get into our content. So let me go back. So though these three units should all be opening for you right away. Let me go back here to our course material. I just want to open our syllabus just for a minute and show you the assignments that are coming up for the class for this semester. This class is very focused on international women's rights. We look at local women's rights as well. I say local, I mean national, US-based, Western-based. But this class also is very good about kind of expanding your mind to look at global issues for women. It actually puts a lot of the women's rights things that have happened in our country in perspective with the developing world, because there's still so much to do internationally. In essence, I try to get back with you within 24 hours of you posting an email message to me. Sometimes it's 48 hours, but I try to log in 3 times a week, usually more frequently than that, but at least 3 times a week, and I'll check emails. There's a little email box up here to let me know if there's an email to me. I usually check those first, and then I also go to the course content questions section of the course. But let me go down here, and so what we're going to be doing every week, there's going to be a discussion board question, a main thread question that I post, And then there will also be another discussion board question posted by one of your classmates, because each week somebody is going to be the discussion thread facilitator. So this is what keeps our discussions going throughout the course. The discussion board reactions, and then the discussion thread facilitator, that's going to give you an opportunity to delve more deeply into a topic of interest to you and they actually moderate that discussion thread. So there are going to be at least two discussion threads every week, possibly three. It depends on how large the class is by the time we get started. And you just need to post your initial posts on each thread by Thursday night, and then the discussion threads wrap up the following Monday. So we'll have 12 weeks here, 12 units of discussion threads. The next piece of the class, so there are kind of these three sections, the discussion threads with the discussion thread facilitator, then the social activism project. This project, it looks intimidating with 400 points, but it's stepwise. It's actually just a big project that's broken into very other tiny little steps here. So the social activism project, you're going to write a written problem statement here. You'll have a written proposal due mid-October. There'll be a project update report that you do, a final written report, and then a presentation on December the 2nd that you'll upload into a discussion thread that's been started for that purpose. But this project, really take a look at this and think about what you want to do. Examining ways to create change through personal and collective action, analyzing and being able to apply tools for change, and then demonstrating effective ways to work within various change-making groups for creating alliances and coalitions. So you're actually going to identify a community partner to work with, and I can help you with that. You can identify a community partner that might be a nonprofit agency that's doing some activism out in the world. It can be an international group, a group working internationally, and you might be doing something locally to support that international group regarding a women's rights or human rights issue that you care deeply about and want to learn more about. So you're actually going to be giving them about 4 hours of service. So I leave this very loosely defined on purpose. If you need more structure, if you're really struggling to get started with the social activism project, send me an email or you can give me a phone call and we'll talk about it and I'll help you kind of hone it down. But students typically like the latitude of this project because they get to kind of do what they want to do with it. And then the final thing is we do have a midterm exam and a final exam, and those are 100 points each, about 100 points each. So as you can see, those are not a great deal of your final grade. It's just mainly to make sure you're reading the course content. So about 400 points here, 400 points with the social activism project, and then 200 points for the tests. Then let me show you down here the tentative course readings and assignments. So if you want to go straight to the end of the syllabus, this will tell you what our units are going to be about, what you need to be reading for the week or watching. Often I've got some videos links as well. And then it'll tell you if you've got assignments due that particular week, you'll go here and see when those are and you can plug in those assignment due dates for. Like the very first thing is the project written idea on September 29th there. Alrighty, so that is the syllabus. And finally, here's our discussion list. What I have here is the Social Activism Project workspace. As you develop your social activism projects, it's kind of fun to click on here and upload your project idea and let your classmates help you out with providing you resources. So it's kind of even though the project is individual, you do get some support, some points, extra points for supporting your classmates in the project that they're doing. Down here, the other road traveled. I like to keep a discussion thread open here for just things that are of interest and related to the class. Maybe there are conferences, or there's a news story, or there's an event that you want to talk about here, you can just post those there. Maybe there's a concert, maybe there's a fundraising concert or something like that that's relevant to the course, but or funny. Sometimes people will post cartoons or jokes or something like that to keep the course lively. But so feel free to add things there, and then you're going to see the instructor view here. I'm going to scroll quickly down to our Unit 1. And you won't see all these because they won't open until they're ready. But here you go for the Unit 1 discussion. So this is the discussion-wide discussion thread. And here I'd like for you to get to this by Thursday of this first week. You're going to introduce yourself and answer all of these questions here. And then I am also having you, oh, I don't think you can see this. And also here we go, exploring course themes, discussion number 2. So I will actually be facilitating the first two discussion threads for our first unit for the first week. And then the next week we'll have a discussion thread facilitator, and discussion number 2 will actually be, sorry about that, I have a dog. That's Lily. You'll hear her in the background occasionally. And then in unit number 2, week 2, this second discussion thread will actually be one of you in the class, and we'll get those all assigned this week. I'll walk you through all of that. So that's it. As an intro, I'll be checking in a lot with you this first week, trying to answer any questions that you have. But looking forward to getting to know all of you and walking through the course material for another great semester of Women's Studies 225. Take good care, and I'll check in with you again real soon. Bye now.